9 days later, still more questions than answers remain about the murder of 4 University of Idaho students in Moscow. Moscow police, Idaho State Police, and the FBI are still piecing together what happened to Ethan Chapin, Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogen, and Xana Kernodle. Our Abby Davis talked with Idaho State Police today, and I think, Abby, first things first, what everyone wants to know, they still don't have a suspect tonight.
Well, not only that, Morgan, but ISP Communications Director Aaron Snell also told me they don't have a person of interest either.
Wow.
And right now, their biggest priority is collecting surveillance video from the neighborhood where this horrific attack happened. Police say the killing of University of Idaho students Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogen, and Kaylee Gonsalves were isolated and targeted. But Idaho State Police spokesperson Aaron Snell says it's difficult to describe why investigators still believe that's the case.
To provide that answer, that would be providing investigative and evidentiary information based on what we've seen at the scene, knowing the fact that the house did not appear to have been broken into or forced entry, as well knowing the evidence from the crime scene itself. The detectives and the chief of police feel very comfortable or confident in saying that this was undoubtedly directed and targeted.
Did the girls have any stalkers?
We are working on that. We have heard that.
After this interview, the Moscow Police Department stated in a press release they haven't been able to verify or identify a stalker. Snell couldn't answer whether any of the victims filed police reports about someone following them or a stalker before their murders. Who killed the 4 students remains a mystery.
We do not have a person of interest. We have not made any arrests.
Why do you think it has taken so long to identify a person of interest or a suspect?
This is a very complex case, and so as we work all the angles, it takes a long time to process the scene. We want to be very thorough. We have excellent detectives. However, it's a large scene.
So far, Snell says they've received more than 700 leads and interviewed 90 people. Idahoans and people across the country are hoping that you guys know more than you're letting on. How would you respond to that?
If we're just providing information that's not vetted or that is incorrect, or that hinders the investigation itself, in the long term, when we have a suspect and we're going through the judicial process, that may destroy that case, and that would not bring justice for these lost individuals.
Police say the 4 victims were found dead on the 2nd and 3rd floors of the house. Snell couldn't give any specifics about who was where or what order they were stabbed. Right now, Snell says their biggest priority is gathering surveillance video from nearby houses.
Something that's not there might tell us just as much as something that is there. And so it might not have to be a person walking by or a speeding car or whatever it is. If there's nothing in the video, we also want to know about that, and that could help us paint that picture.
The FBI has 2 behavioral analysis units on the case. I asked Snell if they plan on releasing a description or profile of a possible suspect. He couldn't comment. And Morgan, we previously reported we know detectives looked through 3 dumpsters on King Road for any sort of possible evidence. And we also know that they talked with local businesses to see if there were any purchases for a fixed blade and knife. Both of those things, looking through the dumpster and talking with local businesses, Snell said nothing came out of that.
Wow, and we know, as police have previously said, that fixed blade knife is what the suspect used.
Yes.
They're not saying exactly what kind of knife, just that it's a fixed blade knife. Abby, as we mentioned earlier, still so many questions linger all these days later, but it is important to note, as we previously reported here on KTVB, the university giving students the option now to go remote once they return from fall break, correct?
Yes, because we know a lot of students may not feel comfortable going back to campus, or they may feel comfortable going to Moscow, being with their friends and getting into that class routine. So the university president said that they really wanted to have those 2 options available.
Yeah, giving students choice. All right, Abby Davis, thank you for staying on top of this story. We appreciate it.